When it comes to America, there are so many different things people enjoy doing, different personal preferences, and so on. One thing that seems almost universal, though, is our love for sports. Regardless of whether you're playing them, watching them, or just betting on them, sports are a huge part of our culture and always have been. So let's take a look at the top 10 most popular ones. This list just gets crazier further along, so let's dive in. At number 10, we have WWE. When it comes to some of the most recognizable sports America has to offer, WWE is definitely up there. It's been around for decades and has only gotten more popular as time goes on. WWE is one of the biggest wrestling companies in the world, hosting events all over America that are seen by millions of people. The company has some of the most iconic wrestlers of all time, including The Rock, John Cena, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. WWE events are always a huge deal and sell out arenas all over the country. The World Wrestling Entertainment is one of the highest earning companies in America, hosting WrestleMania every year. Pairing this with the trash-talking, crazy build-ups for a fight between the biggest superstars and everything in between, this isn't just an American sport, it's known all around the world. Events like WrestleMania have broke records with a worldwide viewership of over 1 billion viewers, something that no other wrestling company has been able to achieve. Talk about some serious sports reputations. At number 9, we have boxing. Known famously as the gentleman's sport, boxing has been around for centuries and is one of the oldest organized sports in history. Boxing was introduced to America back in the 18th century and has since become one of the most popular sports in the country. Boxing is a sport that requires two opponents to fight each other using only their fists, with the goal being to knock out your opponent or have the judges declare you the winner if it goes to decision. Boxing has always been a popular sport in America, but it reached new heights in the 20th century when some of the biggest names in boxing emerged, such as Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and Floyd Mayweather. These boxers not only became icons in America, but all over the world. Mayweather is currently the highest paid athlete in the world, and his fights always generate a huge amount of interest. Though boxing has without question been a worldwide sport, it's centered in America and is one of the most popular sports in the country. And with the recent introduction of influencer boxing, which features YouTubers and social media stars, the sport has only gotten more popular. At number 8, we have golf. Golf may not be the most popular sport in America, but it is still one of the most popular ones. Golf is a sport that's played outdoors on a course with 18 holes, with each hole consisting of a teeing ground, fairway, and putting green. Golfers use clubs to hit balls into a hole, with the goal being to do so in as few shots as possible. Golf is a very popular sport in America and has been for quite some time. Though it's not as popular as it used to be, golf still has a huge fan base in the country. Golf also benefits from having some of the most iconic athletes in the world involved in the sport, such as Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson. Number 7 is the infamous sport of MMA. MMA, or mixed martial arts, is a sport that combines different fighting styles from all over the world and pits two opponents against each other in a cage. MMA has become one of the most popular sports in America over the past few years and has seen a huge surge in popularity. One of the fastest growing sports in the world, MMA has a huge fan base in America. The sport is always growing and is always finding new fans, with the UFC chairman Dana White always finding new ways to market the sport and bring in new fans. MMA is only going to continue to grow in popularity. Fights like the recent matchup between Charles Oliveira and Islam Makhachev just solidify this sport as one of the most popular ones in America. Our number 6 spot goes to tennis. Tennis is easily one of the most watched sports on television, with a major portion of its viewers hailing from the US. American sports fans have a history of being majorly interested in the world of tennis, starting from American professional tennis players like Serena Williams and John Robert Isner, some of the GOATs of the sport like Naomi Osaka, Roger Federer, and Novak Djokovic. There are so many people who follow this sport. The main attraction of American tennis fans comes from the Wimbledon Cup. There is something about the excitement of the sport that Americans always tune in for. With almost 17% of the fans of tennis in the world coming from America, there is no denying that tennis is one of the most popular sports in America. Number 5 on our list is the MLS, or Major League Soccer. With over 110 million soccer fans in America, it's no surprise that the MLS takes the 5th spot on this list. Soccer is a sport that is growing in popularity every day, and with the induction of world-famous players like David Beckham and Wayne Rooney, the game has only gotten more popular. The MLS is one of the most competitive soccer leagues in the world and always provides fans with an exciting show. With teams like the LA Galaxy, New York City FC, and the Seattle Sounders, the MLS is always entertaining. Soccer may not be as popular as some of the other sports on this list, but it's definitely one of the most popular ones in America. Now we're getting into the top 4 with the sport of hockey. Hockey is one of the most popular sports in America, with the NHL being one of the most watched leagues in the country. Hockey is a sport that's played on ice, with 2 teams of 6 players each trying to score goals by shooting a puck into their opponent's net. Hockey has always been a popular sport in America, but it reached new heights when some of the biggest names in hockey emerged, such as Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux. These players not only became icons in America, but all over the world. NHL is always one of the most watched leagues in America, and with some of the biggest names in hockey playing in the league, it's no surprise that hockey is one of the most popular sports in America. At number 3, we have the NBA. When people think of sports in America, there's nothing more iconic than the NBA. The NBA is one of the most popular sports leagues in the world and has a huge fan base in America. With some of the most iconic players in basketball history such as Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant, the NBA always provides fans with an exciting show. A large percentage of Americans tune in to the NBA Finals every year, making it one of the most watched sporting events in America. With an average viewership of over 1 million per game, the NBA is easily one of the most popular sports in America. Now we're getting into the top 2 with the sport of baseball. Baseball is one of America's favorite pastimes and has been for centuries. Baseball is a sport that's played outdoors on a diamond-shaped field, with 2 teams of 9 players each trying to score runs by hitting a ball and then running around 4 bases. America loves baseball, that's no secret. It's been one of the most popular sports in America for quite some time. Though it's not as popular as it used to be, baseball still has a huge fan base in the country and will be one of the top 3 sports in America for quite some time. Last but not least, we have the sport of football. Well, football is known worldwide as the American sport of soccer. Americans have adopted a new game with the term football, namely American football, which is the sport of the National Football League. The NFL is one of the most popular sports leagues in the world and has a huge fan base in America. With some of the most iconic players in football history such as Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Brett Favre, the NFL always provides fans with an exciting show. Every year, the Super Bowl garners the highest ratings of any sporting event in America, making it without question deserving of the number 1 spot on this list. It's no surprise that Americans love the sport of football either. After all, this sport has everything: drama, excitement, and suspense. Beyond this, it has historical roots in America that date back to the late 1800s, making it one of the oldest sports in America. Let's sum it up. That's it for this list of the top 10 most popular sports in America. From WWE to baseball and everything in between, there's no shortage of popular sports in America. So, what's your favorite sport? Do you agree with this list? Let us know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and like the video as well so you don't miss out on any new content.